my name is Sandhya. Welcome to my channel. So today is Thiruvonam. It's the most important festival for a Malayali. I would like to wish all my Malayali subscribers a happy Onam. So today I'm going to be preparing a festival feast called Sadhya. So I intend to take you through the preparations and what I do during the Onam festival. So stay tuned. Before we get into the video, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button and the bell next to it for notifications. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and comment. So let's begin with breakfast. I've got my idli pot and I have my idli steaming in there. Along with the idlis, we'll have bananas which we'll cook along with some jaggery and ghee. So that's in this pressure cooker. I'll just pour a little water and keep it on the stove for one whistle and the bananas will be ready. We serve these with the banana chips and the jaggery chips that we have for Onam, and also some papada. So I'll get this ready first. So my idlis are ready and the pressure cooker is just going to give out the whistle. So with that my breakfast would be ready. But I need to make sambar for the breakfast, for which I've got the lady's finger frying away in this pan. And in here I have all the vegetables required for the sambar cut and ready. So I had pre-cooked some dal yesterday and I have got all the sambar vegetables inside the pressure cooker along with some turmeric and salt. And I'm going to just put it on the stove for one whistle. So yesterday I had already roasted the ingredients for the sambar masala and kept it ready. I already have a video for this on my channel. I'll leave the link in the description. If you're interested, you can check it out. So now I'm going to just put this into the mixer and make a smooth paste out of it. So I've got the sambar masala grinded and ready. And my veggies have already cooked. I'm waiting for the pressure to release before we can finish off the sambar. So I've got the veggies and the dal for the sambar cooked and ready, into which I have added the lady's finger, which I had fried in some oil. Now into this we'll add the sambar masala as well as the tomatoes. So in goes the masala. So I've added the masala paste and the tomatoes. And now we're going to let the sambar boil for some time so that the lady's finger is cooked and the masala, the raw taste of the masala is gone. So let's wait for this to come to a boil. So the sambar is boiled nicely. I've got my tamarind water here. So I'll just mix it up a little and just pour it into the sambar. You can adjust the consistency of the sambar at this stage and check for the seasoning. Now this needs to boil for a few more minutes. So the sambar is ready. I'm going to remove this and then put the tadka pan on. So now that the breakfast is done, I've got my avial on fire. I have in this pan all the vegetables which I've cut. I've added turmeric to it. Now we'll add a little bit of red chili powder and salt to taste. I'm adding a teeny bit of turmeric powder as well. Again, the detailed recipe is already available on my channel. You can just check the description for the recipe. Into this we'll pour a little bit of water, very little water, so that the vegetables don't catch on the pan. So I've added water, close this, and let's allow this to cook on medium-high until all the veggies are done. So before that, I just want to mix up the red chili powder and the salt. So I'll tell you what all vegetables I've added in here. I've got yellow cucumber, snake gourd, raw banana, yam, and some brinjal, along with some drumsticks as well. I've mixed everything together. Let's just close this and allow everything to cook properly. So the avial veggies are cooked. I've added some tamarind paste into it. So for this avial we are using tamarind as a souring agent. We also use curd and mangoes. Be a little gentle with the vegetables. Now let's allow this to boil for a few minutes. So after adding the tamarind paste, the veggies are cooked and the avial is ready for the coconut paste. So I've got my coconut, cumin, green chilies paste in here, which I'm going to add into the avial. Mix well, and we'll let this sit for a few minutes. So the avial is cooked nicely. Let's pour in the coconut oil and add the curry leaves. Just stir it up a little bit and add it into the avial. Mix well. And avial is ready. So let's remove this from the fire. Got my Olen on fire. That's yellow pumpkin which I've sliced into squares. Added some green chilies, poured some water, added salt and kept it on the stove. So I've got the recipe for this as well on my channel, which I'll leave in the description box. Do check it out. Now the Olen pumpkin is ready. Now all that we have to do is pour the coconut milk into it. It's the first extract. I'm making a very small quantity only. So pour in the coconut milk and switch off the fire. Now we'll drizzle some coconut oil on top, and that's Olen ready. Let's remove it into a vessel and keep it aside. Let's move on to the pootu curry. The recipe for the pootu curry is also available on my channel. I'll leave it in the description box below. So I've got the yam, raw banana, and boiled chana, black chana, in this pot. Into this we'll add a few spices. So I've added turmeric powder, red chili powder, pepper powder and coriander powder along with salt to taste into this. Pour sufficient water to boil the veggies in. Now we'll close this and keep it on the stove. Allow it to cook for 1 or 2 whistles. 1 whistle should be fine. So check out the recipe in the description box if you want a detailed information. So the veggies for the pootu curry is cooked nicely. In here I've got a coarsely ground paste of coconut as well as cumin seeds. The curry veggies are cooked nicely. I've added a coarse paste of coconut and jeera into it, jeera or cumin seeds. Now we'll mix everything together. And let this cook for a few minutes. I'm going to transfer this to the other stove. With the tadka pan on fire, I added coconut oil to it and I added mustard seeds. Let's wait for the mustard to splatter. Into that I've added coconut and we're going to fry it till golden brown. So I've got the coconut fried till golden brown, added some curry leaves to it. Let's add this to the curry. Mix it in. And the curry is ready. You can remove this from fire. So let's move on to making the pachadi. So today's pachadi I am making out of beetroot. So I have boiled the beetroot and then chopped it up into small pieces. Added salt to it and we're going to give it a nice mix. So this is ready. In here I've got a paste of coconut, green chilies and mustard seeds. So I've got the recipe for pachadi on my channel. I've got multiple recipes using different vegetables. I've not got beetroot pachadi specifically, but once the beetroot is cooked, then the process remains the same. So I'm going to add the coconut mixture into the beetroot. And now in the same mixie, I'm going to beat some curd and bring it. I've got a beaten curd here. Let's pour that into the pachadi. Mix it up nicely. Look at the wonderful color. So the pachadi mixture is ready. Now we need to do tadka first. So I made a tadka of curry leaves, mustard and red chili, and I'm going to add that. Mix it up and the pachadi is ready.
So for the mirikku what I have done is I have added the cowpea beans or payara along with some salt, turmeric and green chilies and cooked it until it was half done. Then I added raw bananas to it, and once the bananas and the cowpea beans are cooked fully, I added a little bit of coconut oil and stir fried it for some time. And the mirikku is ready. Let's make the pulisheri now. I have coconut oil heated up in this pan, and into it I have added fenugreek seeds, mustard seeds and cumin seeds along with some dry red chilies and curry leaves. Once they splatter, add in some water along with turmeric powder, red chili powder and salt to taste. Bring this to a boil. Now I have added beaten curd into this, brought this heat to simmer, and now I'm going to mix the curd into the water. Once you mix it nicely, it will look like this. On very low heat, just allow the curd to heat up a bit and the curry is ready.
So we are making the paripu here. For that, I've got green moong, or you can use regular moong dal. Just dry roast it, wash it, and then pressure cook it like this with some turmeric and salt. So this is ready now. In the dal, I've added a paste of coconut, cumin seeds, garlic, and green chilies. So we'll just mix it nicely and allow it to come to a boil. You can check if there's sufficient salt in it and add salt if necessary. Once it comes to a boil, I've added a little bit of coconut oil to it. Mix it well. Some curry leaves. And the paripu is ready.
So for payasam, we did an experimental version by combining two different payasams together.